I said, gents, I know you guys are busy and you have way more important things than to deal with workplace meetings that, are a bit contentious. Why are you really here? And they said, well, you had said some things in the meeting and people were concerned that you were upset enough to go to the seventh floor, which is the C-suite of the agency, director level, go to Congress oversight and tell them about this, or go to the press. And we just want to remind you that you can't do any of those. That was the whole purpose of them coming back in. So after that, we submitted again a memo to HR saying the analytical cell is in violation of the Havana Act, federal law for XYZ purposes. Request, once again, that you follow the Havana Act and the Retirement Act 64 and the Agency Act of 48. Here are the clauses. Here's everything that is spelled out on what you're able to do, the authorizations. So we were once again formally request, here are all the addendums, here are all my medical stuff about that, and submitted that to HR. Throughout this whole time, too, the analytical cell was demanding my medical records. And I remember asking them, I was like, great, are you going to use that to try and help and get us benefit or help or anything like that? And they said, no, we don't have the ability to analyze that. We're just going to give it to our analytical targeters for their investigation. Really? Okay. So that was just an aside. So we did that. 2 days after I submitted that, and my wife obviously helped a ton with it, and some of my colleagues did as well in proofing it and making sure we were cogent in that. I get a call from the HR people, and they said, we're terribly sorry, but the analytical cell lawyer said, I'm not allowed to talk to you anymore. I'm not allowed to help you. I'm not allowed to communicate with you. You're only allowed to go through the analytical cell and only through your lawyer. I didn't have a lawyer. Tried to get a lawyer, but they wouldn't give him an NDA to sign. Despite repeated emails, repeated asking, they never contacted him to sign an NDA and actually get the ability to represent me. So I had no lawyer anyways.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, it's the great question. I think the whole intent was we had no ability to do anything, to isolate and really be kind of at that mercy of that analytical cell.